Skin Deep came about as an idea by my producer Andre Acacia to create an album inspired by the music that we love. Skin Deep, the title track of the album, is about being comfortable with who you are. It's also about kind of the superficiality of what's on the surface and really trying to go deeper beneath that. So if you listen to the song, it's this funk groove that's just bass, Fender Rhodes, and drums. And you listen to it and you think, well, that's just really simple and straightforward. But that's what the song is about, is that simplicity is misleading. Black Jaguar is very different from the songs that have come before it on the album. It's inspired by the strength and the power of a Jaguar. Now, the bass line is influenced by the Miles Davis album Bitches Brew. It's influenced by the spirit of the album. The strut is a certain way of walking. It's very much in a 70s funk jazz style, inspired by Herbie Hancock. That's one of my favorite songs on the album because it's just really funky and a lot of fun. Rio Carnaval takes us to Mardi Gras in Brazil. Brazilian beat, lots of percussion. The song is about that spirit of celebration. Washington Square is inspired by that park in New York with all of the eclectic people and the different sounds. So that's what's going on in that song. It really captures the sense of space there with the arch, the fountain, and all the people doing their different things. Sunday in New York, it's a little bit laid back, but in that way that's typical of New York. And it's one of my favorites on the album. That feeling of being in New York on a Sunday where it's not quite as frenetic as the rest of the week. You're just enjoying the day. Love on Top is a cover of a Beyonce song taken from her album 4. I wanted to take a very well-known song that had a nice groove to it and do something with it that was more improvisatory on the chords themselves. So it was still in the style of the song, but not a complete remake of it. Andre produced the album, played a lot of the parts himself. He did the bass, drums, guitar sometimes. The idea came about very quickly too, and we put it together in just about a week. We really wanted to keep that spirit of improvisation, so you never knew what was going to happen next. Well, Andre and I had worked together in the band Gemini Soul, which at one time was the #1 band in the San Francisco Bay Area. Part of what this album was about was trying to get back to the Gemini Soul roots. Esperanza Spalding, Miles Davis, Herbie Hancock, Joe Sample, Dave Brubeck, Vince Guaraldi, Ramsey Lewis. Those are a lot of the influences. The 70s funk style. We wanted to bring all of that together. This is my second release on the Pearl Jazz recording label. My previous album on the label was a remix of Spectres of Twilight. And that was a very industrial, experimental album for me. But in the remixes, Andre took a jazz spin to a lot of the tracks, which really made for an interesting combination if you think of this industrial, experimental side with the jazz. Not really so unharmonious after all, but two things that you don't normally put together. This time we wanted to take it more in the direction of the Gemini Soul experience. Gemini Soul pioneered the cyber jazz sound, and this is really getting back to those roots with lots of the jazz funk fusion feel. So I hope you like it.